Hi, and welcome to. I'm wanting to call it the wrong live. I want to say live with Connie. I get used to calling my lives their new name, but but welcome to just another Monday with Connie. My guest star today is the fabulous Maureen with My Crochet Story. How are you doing today,
Hello,
Maureen?
everyone. Thank you. I'm doing just fine.
Awesome, awesome. And there does appear to be about a 5 second lag between me and Maureen today. So you may notice that while watching today's live. So let's see. We have Samantha and Laura Lee that joined us. How are y'all doing and what are y'all
Hello,
working on?
ladies.
And I also want to welcome those that will be watching on replay. And if you do watch the replay, please leave a comment, let us know. So, not too much has been going on with me today. Basically just been working on channel stuff. Haven't gotten much crocheting done. Well, really, I haven't gotten any crocheting done this week. I'm not gonna have that much to talk about tomorrow on my Crochet Tuesday video. I don't know. I'm hoping I might get a little bit done today, but I need to catch up on my temperature blanket. I think my last 2 days, and today. Oh, hi, Catherine. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? Yes, Samantha, you can drop
Hi,
your link.
Catherine.
And I did program Nightbot where if you type the word drop, it should drop your link. And this goes for anybody with
Woohoo!
channels. So hopefully it works. So if you could, let's test it to make sure it's working properly, Samantha. But just type drop and it should drop your link. And let's see, we have Roberta and Amy that joined us. Hi, ladies. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all working on? And let's see. Catherine says she's working on a baby blanket and it's snowing here in Calgary. Ooh, nice. And it's kind of funny
Wish it was
because,
snowing here.
like I live in Louisiana, and this time of year there is absolutely no chance for snow. We barely have a chance in the winter, and like it's usually about once every other year we'll get a little bit of snow. It's like it's not a common thing here. And the first time that I experienced snow, I was in the 7th grade. Like it had gone like 20
Oh, wow.
years where there was no snow. And
Mm.
it may not have been that long. I think my brother was a baby. I think the last like the last time it had snowed before I experienced snow, and he's older than me. So let's see. We have Jennifer that joined us. Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And Roberta says, working in next to last pressing order a pink unicorn. Ooh, unicorns are pretty. I love
Oh, wow.
unicorns. Yeah, I was real into unicorns when I was a kid and a teenager. And we also have Katrina that joined us. Hi, Katrina. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Katrina.
And what are you working on? And Amy saying it's supposed to be 81 here today, windy and sunny, working on a bear hat for a little boy, coming soon to my best friend. Okay, so it looks like the drop link worked. Good, good, good. Yeah. That's something I recently found out about, and I was like, "Oh, I got to do that on my lives." It just simplifies things. That way, every now and
Yeah.
then there's not a moderator, and someone wants
Mm-hmm.
their channel dropped, and you know this way you don't have to worry about it. Oh, and
Yeah.
Colleen here. Hi, Colleen. How are you doing
Hello,
today?
Colleen.
And what are you working on? Oh, I think she answered that. She says she's in between projects. So Gran took all her Amy makes home.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome. So
Well,
anyway,
it's supposed to be 105 here today. We've been in the triple digits for the last 3 to 4 days. We normally don't see these temperatures until about early July, so we're all fretting as to how long this is going to go on before we have a little bit of break. So no need to water our grass because it's all just going to burn up anyway.
yeah, here it's 84 degrees right now.
Mm,
Okay, it looks like Laura Lee
mm.
is back. Awesome. Now one thing I do want to mention to everybody, there does appear to be about a 5 second lag between me and Maureen today. So you may experience more of us talking over each other. Um, but that's why. It's because there's a lag. And let's see. Melanie's here. Hi, Melanie. How are you doing today? And she said, what about when you put, I guess, it in front of it? I'm not I'm not following what you're referring to, Melanie. I'm sorry. Laura Lee saying it's only 33 here and snowing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think she means the exclamation. No, you just type drop, just the word.
Yeah.
But I do know every now and then it does hiccup because the live that I was on, it was Melissa's, and I had tried it. The first time I typed it, mine didn't come up. I had to do it again, but Nightbot should drop y'all links for y'all, which just makes things easier. And it helps my mods out too. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let Maureen tell y'all more about herself and her channel. Her channel is called My Crochet Story, sorry.
Well, as many of you know, my name is Maureen Youngblood. Hence, a couple of people have asked me why is the M and the Y capitalized? Well, those are my initials. So my crochet story. Um, After I retired from teaching for nearly 35 years, I was really able to spend a lot of time just crocheting and crocheting and crocheting. I've been crocheting since I was about 10. My grandma taught me how. Um, my mother crocheted, a little bit here and there, and she tended to do the same thing. My mother loved the ripple stitch. But my one that really taught me not only the basic stitches, but how to branch out, how to come up with my own little stitch patterns and that kind of thing. So I have, crocheted quite a bit throughout my life, mainly for presents. Every once in a while, somebody'd see something that I had given one of my girls or made for one of my girls, and I had a few commissions. But I mainly just did it for my family and friends. And so when I retired, it's just kind of hard to turn off that teaching mode. It just really is. And so I decided that instead of being depressed about not being able to teach anymore, that I take the two things I really love, teaching and crocheting, and put it together and make a channel. Um, I know that there's a lot of folks out there that teach the basics of crocheting, uh, but just as a teacher, I found that there's more than one way to teach a subject. And so I thought maybe even if I was able to teach one or two, just a handful of people to crochet the way I learned, then, that's at least 2 or 3, 4, 5 more people that can enjoy this craft because, crocheting is a craft that a machine can't replicate. Knitting, yes. Maybe tatting, I'm not real sure there. But crocheting is an artesian art. It has to be done by hand. And so I don't feel that crochet is a dying art. I do think that it is one that's not as promoted as it should be. And so I just, want to be part of the community that passes on um, this wonderful art form of using needles and yarn. So that's what I've decided to do. Um, I've had a little bit of trouble getting my videos out there. I was getting ready to tell Connie earlier before we came on. About the time I launched my channels and was getting my videos done, there was a mishap in the neighborhood where a neighbor cut the fiber optic line that supplies everyone with their Wi-Fi, I guess you could say. And so ever since then, I mean, it has been just one struggle after another. Excuse me, either lines weren't hooked up correctly. They've come out and checked everything. They had to replace boxes. I mean, it has just been a circus, but I'm still persevering. I am still recording my videos. I have them all ready to pop as soon as the company gets their act together and figure out why we can receive our Wi-Fi, but we can't upload anything. So, but I know that eventually, when the time is right, it'll all come together and it'll start popping like crazy.
Awesome. Yeah, I had like when I first switched internet companies, I had some problems with getting mine set up where they were supposed to mail
Hmm.
equipment, but then they sent the equipment to the local well really it's like a few towns over type thing. Um and I was like, I want it sent to me, so they sent it to me finally. Then I get the equipment, and this is back when I had COVID. So
Oh,
um
wow.
it took me a while to go to set up my equipment after I got it in. So then when I finally do, I can't get it to work. So I called Charter. Come to find out, the cable line was no longer active. And
Ah,
they had to come out and install it. And the thing was
mhm,
that like they said like the old line had been cut, like the things on the house had been,
mhm,
you know,
mhm,
like, like not there anymore. And and I know like the
mhm.
hurricane had a few years ago may
Oh,
have affected that. I don't know. I don't know.
mhm.
But I don't know how the line got cut. I really don't. But
Well, in my
finally,
situation, I kept arguing with the young lady. She kept saying, "Well, maybe it's the connection to the pole." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. It's fiber optic. It's buried in the ground, and it only comes up to a box that's on the pole. It only has maybe 4 or 5 feet of line that's exposed, and that's stapled to the post." Well, when finally someone came out, there's like, "Oh, well, it looks like we've nicked the line when we were stapling it to the post." So they replaced that line. And then it was like, well, possibly there's something with just a minute, perhaps there's something with the box. They replaced the box. Like I said, we get Wi Fi coming in, it's just trying to get it to go out. And so I think they're at the point right now where they're going to back up like past our line and even past where the cut was made and see if there's something on that end, because now they're thinking that old line and new line coming together may not be meshing well. So I don't know how all that stuff works. I just know that I finally told them, I said, "Look, I've already been looking at getting a different provider. So if you can't get this fixed in a hurry, I'm going to switch." And it's amazing when you say things like that, how Johnny on the spot they're going to be. So should be a technician out here in the next couple of days to just see what they can do. So we'll go from
Awesome.
there.
Hopefully it gets taken care of. And let's see,
Well,
we have Chandler, Lisa, and Tiffany that joined us. How are y'all doing and what are y'all working on? Oh, and one thing too, Maureen's channel link is in the description box of today's live and also pinned to the top of the chat. So I highly encourage y'all go
you.
check out her videos. And let's see. So, do you have any whips or finished objects you want to show everybody, Maureen?
Oh, I didn't even think about gathering those up. Just a sec. I have a hat here that I worked on. This I just recently finished about a month or so ago. This will go to my son-in-law has some friends that are still over in Afghanistan. Um, and so it looks like they'll be there for another year or so. And, to me, I always thought that like Saudi Arabia, all those kind of desert-like countries, um, that it was hot all the time. And my son-in-law said, "Oh no, when the sun goes down, it gets very, very chilly." So I'm in the process of crocheting up a bunch of these little beanies like this to send over to the boys. Um, I have other projects. Let me see. Let's see. I made this swimsuit cover up for my daughter. She I made one for my granddaughter that I don't see in here, and I don't know where it would have been put. I made one for my granddaughter, and when I was asking my daughter for her sizes and stuff like that, she said, "What are you going to be making now?" So I told her, and she said, "Well, what about me?" And I said, "Well, I can make you one, but I am specifically on the train of making one for Gabby, who's my granddaughter." And she said, "Well, please don't send Gabby's without having one for me." So, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't think about having, anything here ready. I'm currently in the process of writing a pattern and making a light jacket for my daughter who lives in Massachusetts. She is a Texas transplant and she just quite hasn't gotten used to their idea of 80 degrees being hot and our 80 degrees being very pleasant. But if there's a little bit of wind, I mean, yeah, 80 degrees is warm, but for some of us that are trying to transition out of spring into summer, 80 degrees can still be a little chilly. Not bad, but and anyway, so I'm working on that at the moment. I listened to all these folks talking about the different whips that they have on their hooks and so many things going on at once. I can't do that. My grandma would not let me start one project until I finished the one I was on. So every time I look at everything, I mean, I have a list that's ongoing of things that I want to do. And no matter how badly I want to start another project, it is like Grana is on my shoulders going, "Excuse me, you have not finished this one." So as soon as I get through with her jacket, there's a shawl that everyone's doing. It's from Expression Fiber Arts. What is it called?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I don't have my book in here. But there's quite a few other ones out there, that I want to get doing, but can only do one at a time. So
But the
I just don't know
like
how folks keep up with so many different projects at once. That just, and I guess too, I'm a little OCD. That might drive me a little crazy. So I I just have to finish one before I can start another.
Yeah, like there's a level where I discipline myself by trying to like making sure I start something before I start something new, because I used to be horrible when I used to cross stitch as a kid and a teenager with never finishing my projects. But now I typically try to do it where I have one crochet project going on, one knit project, and then of course my temperature blanket, which is a year-long project.
Mhm.
And I have certain days of the week I do my knitting, certain days of the week that I do my crochet.
Mhm.
So
That's a good schedule.
I usually have three whips going on. But right now I do have more, which you know, and two of them are blankets, and I kind of put them in timeout right now. And then one is a shawl that I ran out of yarn, and I actually did order the yarn, but it's on back order, so I'm waiting for that to come in. Because all of a sudden I
I'm
got my
waiting for
Hershey.
some. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was going to say, I try to limit myself the amount of yarn that I order every month, but I couldn't pass up a hobby sale. And then someone put a bug in my ear. I think her name is Jax. Anyway, about Line Brand having some cotton yarn that was on sale, like $2 a piece. And how can you pass up a deal like that? So it was one of those do it and then ask for forgiveness. So yeah, I put in a substantial order, and then I told my husband, I said, oh, by the way, there'll be a big Line Brand box showing up. So, but I never seem to have enough cotton. I just never do. I have plenty of other stuff, but the cotton, I just seem to, as soon as it gets here, it's gone,
Yeah, it's always nice to get packages.
Who
Let's see,
doesn't
we
like Happy Mail?
exactly. Let's see, we have Karen that joined us, Brittany, and there was someone else. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it was Pam. Yeah, Pam. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all working on? And let's see. Let's read some more of the comments. Let's see. Roberta's saying how the desert is cold at night. And you know what makes a
Yeah.
difference, like with the heat? And Karen brings this up. Some areas you don't have the humidity, which makes like 80 degrees
No.
feel cool.
Yeah.
Where like
Yeah.
if you're in
We
states
have
like
no humidity out here.
like if
Yeah.
you're in states like Louisiana, 80-degree weather feels hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like
Out here in West Texas, we have no humidity. It's a dry heat. And which, like this morning, I let my dogs out at 7 o'clock, and I opened up the back door, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was not choking, but it was already enough to slap you in the face. And it was only 74 degrees, which should be cool, but the ground gets so hot in the and throughout the day, that by the time it's starting to cool down, it's the next morning, the sun is already rising. And I mean, it's just a vicious cycle. And then one of the ladies I was talking to earlier today, she was talking about being able to hang her clothes out on the line. I miss that so much living out here in West Texas, because most of the time it's windy and it's hot. So if you hang clothes out on the line, you're bringing them back in and washing them again, because it doesn't have that nice, clean, fresh smell. It has that dirty, dusty smell. So I don't get to hang out clothes. So for me, that's one of the drawbacks of living out in West Texas.
And let's see, Roberta's saying when we went home to Colorado, everyone thought I was sick because I was cold at 80 degrees for them, coming from July, North Carolina. And that's
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
and kind of like our winters, we don't get like the low temperatures, but we
Yeah.
have more of a wet cold where
Mm-hmm.
it makes it feel like it's colder than what it is, and it's even worse when it's
Right.
raining and cold. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like it's cold to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
let's see, Laura Lee saying I used to be like that. I have too many whips. And Roberta says she was like that too, but since selling, she finishes as she receives. And Karen
That's
says, I
good.
get tired of one project and switch to another. Several of my projects are year long, so to just have one, I would be so bored.
Yeah.
And Laura Lee says, I have an alien amigurumi I am designing, and shawls and a couple of blankets for her whips. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to see your alien amigurumi. Uh-oh, Roberta, don't mention that. Don't mention the peppermint blanket. I'm gonna try to get it finished, hopefully by Christmas. I'll probably start working on it again at the end of the year, but I don't know. It may
Mm-hmm.
still end up in timeout. I just have not been motivated on that blanket. But in the
Mm-hmm.
same aspect, I do want to get it finished.
Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to, well, no, I got to back up. I am, I don't want to say being pressured, but my grandson, Warren, whom quite a few YouTubers know, he
Mhm.
he
Can y'all
loves
excuse
amigurumi.
me?
Hmm. Can y'all still hear me?
I'm so sorry about that, y'all. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Okay. Sorry. That was the
Hmm.
doctor's office calling for Frank. So I had to take that call. Sorry about that. And of course, he's not here right
Well, as I
now.
was saying, oh, as I was saying, my grandson is pushing me to learn amigurumi, so I guess I'm going to jump in with both feet and get started. It's something that he wants to do. He has learned how to do the basic stitches, and he enjoys doing that. But he keeps seeing, you know, people's little critters out there, and he just thinks that's awesome. And I really do want him to continue, with the craft. So I've decided that if amigurumi is what he wants to learn, then I guess we're going to learn it together.
Amigurumi is something that I do want to learn down the road. That
Hmm.
is on my to-do list. Yeah, Lisa, I had muted myself to take that phone call. Um, but that's what had happened. And I was trying to say, like, excuse me a moment. I don't know if y'all had heard me.
Yeah.
um, but let's see. We have Lisa with Coping with Yarn that joined us. Hello, Lisa. How are you and what are you working on? But and Zola's here too. Same questions. And and let's see. I think that's everyone that joined us. But yeah, like I said, I'm so sorry I had to take that call. But when you're live, sometimes stuff does happen where.
Right.
And let's see. Roberta says her yarn sits on the shelf and has babies.
Wish mine
Amy,
did.
Amy says I have 2 crochet blankets going and this hat. Have been making a granny square for Melissa and Daniel's friendship blankets. Nice. Katrina has 5
Oh,
tips.
oh my
Um,
goodness.
Laura Lee says we have no humidity. Humidity. I don't warm up till it hits 80. And Katrina says they get bad humidity too. And Amy says, I need to get yarn for an amigurumi I need to make. The felt eyes I ordered should be here today. Ooh, sweet.
Oh, yay.
Tiffany says, I lived in Georgia for 4 years and I couldn't stand the summer weather, but I can't stand the summer weather here in California either. Me and heat do not mix well. Same here, Tiffany. I do not. Okay. Let's
I've adjusted
see.
well to the no humidity, but you're right. The heat is just, man, I tell you what, at 10 o'clock, it was already 92 here today. That's Central Standard Time. And it's supposed to get to 105. Yesterday, it was 108. So we're supposed to be in the low hundreds until about Thursday. Like I said, it's going to be hard to save the grass this year.
Let's see. Melanie saying she loves the peppermint blanket, never tried it. And I think the problem that I have with the
Mm.
peppermint blanket, it's feeling too repetitious. It's like I keep making the same thing
Oh.
over and over again,
Hmm.
which probably means I probably wouldn't really care too much for granny squares because I mean, it really is similar to granny squares, except it's round like a peppermint.
Oh.
And Roberta says, start with that glider. You guys can do that easy. And Karen says, amigurumi is just single crochet increases and decreases. But I will be
Right.
doing my sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I will be doing my first amigurumi once I get my shawl finished. I'm gonna do my first gnome.
Oh.
And and Pam says, I don't mind crocheting the pieces for amigurumi, but I'm not a fan of sewing them all together at the end. Yeah, I don't like the sewing together.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it when I have to, but I'm not a fan of it.
Hmm. Right.
Tiffany says her son is becoming interested in crochet as well. He's working on chaining right now, and I'll be starting the single crochet with him probably this weekend. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Very
we
good.
also have Kim that joined us. Hi, Kim. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And oh, well, actually, she's about to start my alien beanie. Awesome.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that was my most popular pattern, my alien beanie.
Hmm.
Lisa's working on her flowering trouvé. Roberta bought 2 skeins for the unicorn and pulled out 4 this morning, so that's my story. And I guess you're sticking to it, huh? Kim don't like the heat. Oh, I think Amy had to leave. Yeah. I hope you have a good day, Amy.
Me too.
And Catherine says the blanket she's making is with Lion Brand ice cream. That's a pretty yarn, the ice cream
Oh,
yarns. And she needs to frog it
yes.
quite a bit as I change hooks and then notice that it looks smaller at the top. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Frogging is the
That's one
word.
reason why I don't like having multiple whips. Um, Even if I put a tag on as to what hook I'm working with, a lot of times it's if too much time goes by before I pick it back up again, which I have tried several times having more than one project. I'll look at that and go, what was I doing? Or I'll pull up the pattern and see if I can match the pattern. Yet, what row is this on? And I get frustrated, and so it gets put to the side, and I'll rip it all out later, rewind up the yarn, and do something else with it. So, yeah.
Let's see, we have Anita and Sam that joined us. Hi, ladies. How are y'all? And what are y'all working
Hi,
on?
guys.
Kim loves doing amigurumi. Tiffany, the alien beanie, I actually have one pattern that's crochet and one pattern that's knit. So you're
Wow.
covered with the alien. Lisa says it is 89 here in Kansas, feels like 94, humidity 46, supposed to get 90 to 96. Ooh, too hot, too hot.
Mm, it's the
And
humidity.
mm, humidity makes a big difference.
Yep.
Kim's doing the crochet version of my alien beanie. Yeah,
Yay.
that's the one thing with color work is
Mm-hmm.
you really have to have a loose tension with color work.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes like a lot of people tend to do too tight of a tension and then it can come out too
Yeah.
small. But if anyone,
Mm-hmm.
does my pattern and they have trouble with it coming out, too small and need help to make adjustments, all you need to do is just contact me and I can tell you how to increase the body because when you like with the body of of beanies and color work, you're carrying that extra yarn all the way through, which tightens the body up. So that's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the reason you need to knit loosely or crochet loosely. So especially with knitting. Let's see. Sam is
Right.
cooking dinner at the moment, and Sid's here. Hi, Sid. How are you? And what are you working
See?
on? And she said she hopes everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. She can't stay.
Yes.
Has to get some videos recorded. Okay, you have a good day, Sid. Okay,
I
so
said,
a few things I want to talk to y'all about. Most of y'all have seen my collab giveaway that's going on, and the majority of the
mm-hmm.
videos are out. I think it's I think it's 4 channels that hasn't posted their videos yet. I'm not sure if they're definitely going to get their videos posted or not. I know one I know like one was saying that she may not do it. Um that she may need to drop out. So once I can, give it a few more days checking on the playlist just to make sure if any more have been added. But like I said, I think there's four
Okay.
that haven't, and one there's a good chance they won't. So, but the majority of the videos are there, and I hope y'all have been enjoying the giveaway. And someone's going to be
Mm-hmm.
a lucky person. And I'm actually thinking about for my 2-year podiversary, which is in December. I am thinking about maybe trying to do another one But I
Oh.
also want to see like because I think this style of giveaway is starting to become more popular. So I think we're going to start seeing more
Mm-hmm.
people doing this style of giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I also kind of want to see like if someone else is having one going on, I don't know if I would do it at the same time. But
Yeah.
I would love to do one for my 2-year anniversary. And
Mm-hmm.
what I'm thinking about is like trying to make these videos more fun and like have more of a Christmas
Mm-hmm.
theme to it. Maybe try to have people like ask people like a fun question because like I joined in also on Cindy's collab giveaway. She has one going on right now too. If y'all don't know about it, go check it out. Um, Cindy with Pups and Crochet, and like I asked everybody what song would they serenade Cindy with. And the thing is that me and Cindy clown around a lot, and I'll start singing songs to her, and I'll change up the lyrics, and she tells me I'm crazy, but we get good laughs out of it. Um, and also, okay, most of y'all probably know about this already, but me and Barbara with Crochet Therapy have started a collab live, and it's going to be once a month. We're going to
Oh.
alternate which channels it's on. And the first one will be on May 18th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And the first one's going to be on Barbara's channel with Crochet Therapy. And we're going to have topics each month, and the topic for the first one is gnomes. I love those little gnomes.
Oh, of course.
Then the 5 Yarnaholics live, we've set a date for it. It's going to be Sunday, May 22nd at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And for those of y'all that aren't familiar with the 5 Yarnaholics, it's me, Crystal
Oh, five
with
yarn.
Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, and it's going to be on her channel this month, Crystal's. Cindy with Pups and Crochet, Lisa with Coping with Yarn, and Stephanie with Life and Stitches. So those are the collab lives that I'm involved with. That's going to be this month, and I hope y'all can make it. And of course, too, the finished projects video is on May 15th. I do it on the 15th of every month. So make sure y'all get
Yeah.
y'all pictures
Yeah.
in if y'all want to be a part of that video. And let's see, we have
Okay.
Sally that joined us. Hi, Sally. How are you
Hi,
today?
Sally.
And what are you working on? And let's see. Anita says she got a 4-month-old black sheep for Mother's Day. He's such a sweetheart. Oh,
Oh,
you're gonna have to send me a picture. I may have to do another pet
yeah.
video soon. I may have to do another pet video. It's been a while since I've done one. And let's see. Ooh, Sam's gonna have pizza tonight. Nice.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna change things up a kind of a little bit. But I thought this would kind of be a fun thing to do today. Y'all know how there's that 23 non-Yorny things about me tag that's going on. Well, I
mm-hmm.
would love to hear everyone's answers to those questions. So I'm going to
Okay.
be asking those questions on today's live. Um,
Okay.
or at least part of it. We may not get through all the questions, but so the first question is, what is your favorite color? So, what's your favorite color, Maureen?
Purple.
Mine tends to be blue. Um, but the thing
Oh,
is, what's funny is I always say blue's my favorite color, but and it was more like whenever I was younger, but I find more and more I'm gravitating towards pink. But
I'm
overall,
not a
like
pink person. Nope.
my, my favorite colors tend to be blue, pink, and purple. And let's see. We have It's Time for Yarn that joined us. What's your first name? It's Time for Yarn. And how are you doing? And what are you working on? And she says she enjoys the 23 things tag. It's fun to learn about each other. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did a video on that if y'all hadn't seen it, but y'all going to be basically hearing most of the same, thing. um and also my husband Frank the Biscuit did one too.
Oh,
And
good.
I laugh because his was like 4 minutes and mine's like 13 minutes. Okay, your name is Erica. Okay, hi Erica. Okay, let's see. Sally says orange. Laura Lee says lavender. Queen Mama says black. Lisa says indigo. Tiffany says purple, no pink here. Roberta
Yeah,
says
no
whatever
pink.
color.
No pink.
See, I love pink. Roberta says whatever color I'm
No.
using at the time, if it's working out right. Sam
Yeah.
says rainbow and sparkles or pink. Tiffany says if I
Nope.
use pink in my projects, it's for other people.
Yeah. I
Erica
agree,
says
Tiff.
teal and black. Kim says pink. Lisa says blues and greens.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I know V don't like pink. I'll give it just a little longer, see if anyone else answers what their favorite color is. Um, but yeah. No, it's funny, like as a kid, um, my bedroom was me and my sister shared a bedroom and it was pink. And my sister got so tired of pink. So finally, like, I don't remember who actually painted our bedroom. If it was like my mom or kind of all of us kids. Well, I don't think I did as much. I was the youngest, so I probably wouldn't have been good at painting at that age. And then but finally got painted blue. Hi Leanne, how are you today and what are you working on? Okay. So the next question is what is your favorite genre of music? So what's yours, Maureen?
Classical. Classical. Classical piano and guitar.
Mine is 80s. I'm an 80s child. It's like it's like I always gravitate towards 80s music. And now in the 90s I did go on a country kick with like Reba McEntire, Garth Brooks. But I think a lot of that had to do with the popular radio station for the area I lived in. It used to play like, your pop music. Then it changed to country. So it was like
Right.
I kept, especially on the school bus, I kept hearing country all the time. And then I finally started getting into country.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
see, we
I
have
learned to play the piano as I was growing up. And so classical music is what I was trained in. And then a young man that was the same age as he was learning to play the guitar. So we would do a lot of concerts around the area, for church services, things like that. And it was mainly classical music with guitar. So it still remains to be my favorite. And in fact, I played a lot of it in my classroom while I was teaching because about 15 years ago, there was a trend that many of us picked up on, that music in the classroom, not blaring, but, just some soft music in the background did tend to help keep kids calm and help them to listen better, retain information more. And so it was really funny. My daughter, the last 10 years she and I taught at the same school. I teach math and she teaches science. And so our school is small. And the kids would go from my classroom across the hall to her classroom where she played rock and roll. So in my classroom, it's very soft and mellow, piano classical. And they go across the hall to her and it's drums and all this kind of stuff going on. So they used to get a kick out of comparing the two of us, our music styles.
Let's see, we have Jody that joined us, and
Hi, Jody.
Also Barbara that joined us. How are y'all doing?
Hi,
And what are
Barbara.
y'all working on? Okay, Zola says she loves everything. Sally loves the 70s. Leanne loves country. Laura Lee loves classical.
Good, Laura Lee.
Lisa says, Lisa was coping with Yorn. We have two Lisas here. She says alternative 90s and 80s music. Eric says country. Tiffany says Christian and country. Depends on her mood.
Yes.
And Lisa the Grammy says, I like all kinds of music, but rock and roll is my favorite. And Catherine is saying her favorite colors is teal and purple. Anita says, love the 80s rock, but really anything that makes you want to dance, even though you can't.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of dancing, it's like sometimes whenever I'm in the store and they have like music playing and I think like nobody's around, I'll start busting a move.
Right.
But every now and then someone sees me.
It's okay. It's all good.
And there was one time when Frank used to be a truck driver. I was dancing to whatever music we had playing. And this guy at another rig at the truck stop, he started dancing too. It was so funny. All right, you have a good day, Sam.
Oh, bye, Sam.
Erica says she's a math teacher too. Kim says classic rock, 60s, 70s, and 80s, but I do listen to heavy metal and alternative rock like Disturbed and Korn.
Oh my goodness.
And Roberta says I like the 50s rock and roll.
Yeah. I do too, Roberta.
I love the poodle skirts from the 50s.
Yeah.
And Barbara says, I like the oldies and my favorite color's purple. Okay. Anita says, me and my sisters need to adopt you, Connie. You'd fit right in. I can be a nut sometimes. Laura Lee has to go. You have a good day, Laura Lee.
Bye, Laura Lee.
So my next question is, what is everyone's favorite food? Which is kind of a loaded question. So how about you,
Well,
Maureen?
being from Texas, I guess I have to say Mexican.
See, I tend to love Chinese dishes, and my favorite is the General Tso's chicken.
Nope.
But I mean, I have so many favorite foods. I mean, it's hard to really just pick one. It's like I love pizza.
Yeah.
spaghetti, tacos,
Yes.
all sorts of stuff. That's why I said it's a loaded question. Okay, Catherine was saying on the previous question, rock and roll all the way. For
Ah,
the food, Lisa says Mexican. Sally says
yep.
pizza. Tiffany says Mexican too. Lisa the Grammy says
Good.
cake. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's Erica that says cake. It clicked on the wrong comment. Frank likes cake too. Okay, Lisa the Grammy says sushi and pizza, but I really like a lot of foods. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now Frank actually introduced me to sushi, but I am kind of picky on which sushi I like. But I like the one that's kind
Right.
of more like the plain with kind of like with like the seaweed stuff on top, and it has kind of like this pocket,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a breaded, not
Hmm.
really breaded, but kind of like bread type thing in a sense, like fried bread. I
Hmm.
don't know what. Probably kind of like an egg roll type wrapping that it's inside. I
Huh.
guess would be the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
But those are good. I love those. Kim says Italian food. Roberta says steak and baked
Mm-hmm.
potato and a salad. Ooh, I love salads with. I love doing fruit salads, like with the lettuce, not like just fruit. Like a salad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Leanne says Mexican. Anita says surprisingly says I'm only 92 pounds. Anything cooked? Yeah, it probably is kind of like the wrapping, like on a spring roll, Roberta.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I don't know exactly what they actually use, but
Mm-hmm.
they're good. And there's like this buffet in Lafayette that me and Frank used to go to all the time. That's where we would eat them at. They had the best buffet. Let's see. So the next question is, what is your favorite soda or pop?
Ooh. I'm not a big soda drinker. Um, I used to drink Diet Dr. Pepper all the time, but I can't drink diet drinks anymore. Doctor said no, no, no. So when I do drink a soda, it's going to be a Coke. The regular Dr. Peppers are just way too sweet for me. But so I guess when I drink a Coke, I always ask. I mean, when I drink a soda pop or a sody or a pop, I drink a Coke.
See, like I don't drink soda anymore. I haven't drank soda in like at least 7 years. But whenever I did drink it, I drank way too much, and
Hmm. Yeah.
I, I love my Coke. I loved me some Coke, and for a while
Hmm.
there, at one point, I was on the grape soda kick. Um,
Oh.
yeah, but now I mostly drink water, and then I usually have
Hmm.
a cup, maybe 2 cups of coffee during the day. But let's see,
I drink a
Sally
lot of
says,
hot coffee and hot tea.
yeah, sometimes I'll drink hot tea too, but I do that more in the winter time when it's
I love
cold.
hot tea. Oh
I
no,
love
it's
the
good
flavor.
anytime.
See, I love the flavored teas, but I'm the same way with
Hmm.
coffee. I love flavored coffees too. Um, let's see. Sally says ginger ale. Erica says Diet Coke
Hmm.
rum. Tiffany says
Oh, here we go.
cherry. I'm getting tongue tied. Tiffany says cherry Pepsi. Jody says Diet Pepsi. Lisa with Coping with Yarn says probably a Coke. Kim says I don't drink a lot of soda, but if I do, it's Pepsi or Fresca. Lisa the Grammy says
Oh,
root
wow.
beer, ginger ale. Anita says I'm not familiar with that one. The ALE8. I'm not even or I guess ale 8, I guess. Is that a type of ginger ale? I'm not sure. Or mellow yellow.
I don't need. Yeah.
Kim says back in the 80s she was a huge Tab fan.
Oh no. My mom was too.
Leanne says I used to drink Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I had a time where more as a teenager I was on a Dr. Pepper kick. And Erica says I like Fresca too. Okay, you have a good day, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
I was thinking of something, and I'm trying to remember what it was. It had to do with food. Now I can't remember. maybe it'll come back to me. Okay, Zola says 7-Up. And Anita says it's a Kentucky made and sold soda.
Oh.
But yeah, what was I going to mention? And it drives me crazy whenever like I'm thinking of something and then I forget it. And I'm like, what was it? What was it? Oh, what? I cannot remember it. Oh, well. Okay. So the next question is, what is your favorite animal?
Horse.
Yeah, my aunt had a horse named Queenie. But I never really like rode it. I mean, I would get on top of it and like my cousin would be like walking it type thing. But it's not like I ever really rode one. Now I'm pretty sure everyone knows what my favorite animal is. Cats. Meow meow. But another one that I really love dolphins. And one thing I would love to be able to do one day would be swim with dolphins.
Oh my goodness.
I think that would be fun. Let's see.
Well, as a teenager growing up, I was a barrel racer and did that pretty well until I decided to, after I graduated high school, of course, I didn't continue, but junior high and high school years, Yep. I had 2 horses because, you always had to have one because sometimes they may be off. And the mare that I rode, her name was Sunny. And when she was ready, she was on her game. I mean, my time was always awesome. But if she didn't want to run that day, I mean, she just wasn't, yeah. Now, the one that was, pretty steady, always ready to go, did everything I wanted him to. The time wasn't always the best, but if I wanted consistency, then I rode him, and his name was Toby.
Aww.
But yeah, horses have always been my favorite animal.
I think the miniature horses are so cute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Zola, same dog. Erica says birds, all of them. Really?
Oh, yeah.
I like pretty much all animals. I'm an animal person.
Yeah.
Jody says cats, then dogs. Zola says cat. Aw, Kim says panda. Aw.
Panda.
I love seeing like the little baby pandas. I think
Mm-hmm.
they're so. Tiffany says dolphins and ladybugs. Anita says
Oh.
all pop tastes different since they quit with the returnable bottles. And that is true. Like if you drink soda like from a
Mm-hmm.
can or a bottle
Yeah.
or like the 2 liter, it tastes different. Or restaurant soda.
Mm-hmm.
And she says any
Yep.
animal but maybe raccoons. That's a unique
Oh,
one.
I love their little paw, their fingers.
Lisa says cats, dogs, and horses. All right, Zola, you have a good day.
Bye,
Anita says
Zola.
Anita says she had a horse once that loved marshmallows and gravy. That's
My husband's
original.
horse, Shadow. You couldn't get around him. He was an Appaloosa, a beautiful, big Appaloosa. And when my husband would go out to the barn, if he had a beer in his hand, he was constantly trying to keep it away because, the malt, wheat, whatever they make beer out of, the horse could smell it. And I mean, that's all he wanted. So Wayne would normally try to have one for him and one for Shadow. And horses are crazy, they just take and up it like this, and when it's finished, throw it down. They're looking for another one.
Aww. So, let's see. I'm I'm gonna wrap things up around the hour and 15 minute mark because I don't have that many StreamYard hours left, and I need to make sure I have enough for my next live. So
Right.
I'm gonna start sharing some patterns with y'all, some free patterns, and
Awesome.
then after that, it'll probably be time to wrap things up. And
Okay.
I went on a sock monkey kick.
Oh,
So today's patterns are gonna have to do with crochet sock monkey type patterns, and these are all free
okay.
patterns that I found on Ravelry. And this one is called Sock Monkey Hat by Emma Zobel. And this is basically more just the sock
Oh.
monkey colors.
Hmm.
And I don't know, I just think sock monkeys are just the cutest.
Yeah.
And let's see. Let me get to the next one. I almost forgot to share the patterns with y'all today. This is a sock This is a sock monkey scarf by Stitch Shy of Normal. And the same thing,
Oh,
it's the
that's pretty.
colors, which eventually I want to make me a sock monkey scarf to match my hat and my gloves. But I'll probably do a knit one since my hat and gloves are knitted. And let's see. This is another sock monkey hat one by Lauren Brown. And I love, love, love the colors on this one.
Oh.
I really love the colorful sock monkeys. And I love how I gave the
Hmm.
touch of a flower on it too. So that's that one. And if I didn't say so, all these links are in the description box of today's live. If any of y'all
Okay.
are interested in making any of these patterns. Okay. And this one is the basic crochet sock monkey by Paytons. And look how cute.
Oh.
And I may have to make me an actual sock monkey too one day. But knowing me, I'd probably, go with the non-traditional sock monkey colors, like the pink or the like
Yeah.
purple. And let's see. Oops, I'm on the wrong part. Okay, I'm hitting the wrong buttons, y'all. Okay, the next one is also a sock monkey sock hats by Paula Gomer Took. So this gives another
That's
look to
cute.
the beanie. And I love the picture with the one with the little oh I don't know what you call them, but where it curls. I may have to start
Mm-hmm.
trying that on some of my beanies more.
Yeah.
So that's that one. And for the last one, and this one I love. This is a sock monkey hat too. This one's by Katie McKinley, and I love the colors on this. I love the gray and purple together.
Oh,
I think
so
it's so cute.
cute.
And I love the braids. I love beanies with the braids. So those are the patterns that I have for y'all. And
Those were
everyone's saying,
nice.
thank you. Everyone's saying that they're cute. Aw. But yeah, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, they will be in the description box of this video, and they're all free
Okay,
patterns. Um, so is there anything
good.
you would like to say before we wrap up, Maureen?
Just thank you so much for having me up here on your panel with you today. I've really enjoyed it. Um, I want to say thank you to those of you that are here that have subscribed to my channel already. I really do appreciate you helping me on this journey. And just look forward to my videos popping real soon.
Awesome. And I want to thank you for coming live with me today, Maureen. I enjoyed having you. Oh, we have
Thank
Chris and
you.
Lucia. You're welcome. We have Chris and Lucia that joined us. Hi, how are y'all and what are y'all working on? We're fixing to be wrapping things up, but I am glad y'all stopped by and I hope y'all decide to catch the
Yeah.
replay. Um, but I do want
Yeah.
to thank everyone that came out and watched, joined us today for today's live. I enjoyed talking with y'all, getting to know y'all better, and also again I want to thank those that will be watching the replay. And please feel free to leave a
Yes.
comment, answer the questions that we asked in today's live. I'd love to hear your answers to the questions. And I think that covers everything. So I hope y'all have a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light and bye.
Bye, everybody.